Happy Monday, everybody. This is Let's Talk House, and I am Morgan Overcash, your host. Just want to let everybody load up first before I get started with the talking. I got my new tripod, so I'm hands-free today, which is excellent. And this show is brought to you by, not really brought to you by, but I just want to brag on one of my clients really quick. Hold tight. Wait. Because I like referring people out as much as possible. So this is my client Ashley Kemp's work, and you can find her at Stringy Art on Facebook. So she did this for me, and I'm very excited about it. It has a little heart over Rock Hill. Fantastic. I get that not a lot of people are going to be watching this live because this is on my business page, but that's fine. That's cool. If you guys do tune in, thank you, and we'll just keep on going. So this is the Ask Morgan show, kind of, and I'm very excited about it because I did get a lot of people who chimed in, and this week's segment is about how to go about choosing a realtor to sell your house. So one of the very first things I want to let you guys know is that there are at least 2 million realtors in the United States. So it's not hard to find a realtor at all. It's very easy. I'm pretty sure that if you threw a rock, then you would hit a realtor, and then it would do a ping pong ping in between two other realtors and knock them out cold. So there's plenty of realtors in the United States. Finding realtors is not hard. What is hard is finding a good realtor to fit your needs. I forgot to turn off my phone, and it chimed in. Oh, yay. So that might happen. We're going live. Anyway, one of the questions that I was asked was, Stacy asked, if in the age of the internet, does which realtor I choose really matter? I mean, as long as they are licensed, aren't they all the same? And she did say that with some ironic tone to it. So thank you, Stacy, for the question. We are not all the same. One of the great things about being a realtor is that each and every one of us brings a special talent to the table. Or the unpopular thing to say is that there are realtors out there that are terrible. And there's not a lot that I can say about that, but what I can say is that no, we're not all the same. What you need to do as an agent, not as an agent, as a seller, is interview the realtors. Most sellers get the referrals of the agent that they actually work with. So they'll get the referral of that agent from a friend, a family member, past clients appreciating their realtors and referring them to their friends and family. So that's the main source of how to find a realtor, is ask your friends and family. That's the best possible thing that you can do for yourself, because it takes a lot to build a relationship with a person, and go even further with that is to keep up with that person after a transaction's done. I've seen a lot of realtors that don't keep up with their clients after the transaction's over, for one reason or another. They get busy, something happens, but there's something really, really wonderful about an agent who keeps up with their clients after the transaction is over, make sure they're taken care of, because it's not the houses, it's the relationships that matter. So say that you don't really have anybody in mind, your friends and family had bad experiences with the agent, or they just, here's the most common one, they can't remember what their agent's name is. So what do? Go on the internet and check out websites. You can call around to local real estate companies and go on ahead and pick 2 or 3 people that you want to interview. And once you've picked those people, how you pick them from the internet, is to check out their websites. Sorry, I've got a voicemail popping up there. Check out their websites. Check out their client testimonials. Check out how they act on social media. Check out how they represent their clients on social media. It's extremely important to put as much listing content out there as you possibly can. That way the home is getting the most exposure that it possibly can. Then once you're looking at the website, see how the pictures are. If the pictures are dark, or you can barely see the house, or the pictures just look overall shisty, then chances are that agent is not doing the best possible job they can to represent the seller. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Realtors who put crappy pictures on the MLS, it's deplorable. And you should be ashamed. There are photographers out there who are dying for jobs, and you won't give them any of your business because you're too lazy to hunt them down and get good pictures taken. So please, realtors, start taking good pictures, up your game, or your business will fail. Sorry, rant over. The next thing is once you get the agent in your house and you're talking with them, ask them questions about themselves, but pay very close attention to how they are talking to you. Are they talking about themselves, or are they talking about you? Are they talking about their company, or are they talking about the solutions that they are going to come up with to help you? Tailoring those solutions to you the minute that they step through the door. It's extremely important. It really is. Whenever I go into a listing appointment, I have a packet of information from Allen Tate Company that I print off, and I just give it to the sellers and I say, I know you're capable of reading this, but I want to talk about you. And I take out my little notebook, this little thing right here, and I listen to the client. And I see what I can do to help them. If I can't help them, then I try to figure out another way that I can. Most of the times I can. But it's all about the client. It's all about the caring that goes into being an agent. And if you can just get that feeling from the get-go that this agent is a penny counter and is just in it for the money, it may not be a good fit for you. You have to have that good feeling that they're really going to take care of you in the process. So, that being said, moving on to the next thing is that you have to talk about commission with your agent. And that's a touchy subject. And I'm not going to give numbers or anything like that. But if you're really looking to save money and you feel like you can fully represent yourself without the help of an agent, then we'll talk about that another day. But cut rate agents are out there. They come, they take some pictures, and they put your house up on the MLS. You have to take care of everything else from there. And that's fine. If you feel that that is how you can really sell your house, then go for it. That's the beauty of this country, is that you can choose. No one's going to force you to work with a realtor. However, if you're working with a cut rate agent, an agent who is just being paid to put your house up on the internet, then expect that level of service. That's all you're getting. But if you're getting a real agent, full commission agent to work for you, ask your agent how they're going to be spending your money. Now here's the whole thing. Here's the reality of the situation. As an agent, as a listing agent, I don't get paid until the house is sold at all. So I'm spending my own money to market your house in the hopes that at the end of this game, I'll get paid. And so the basic mindset that I'm sure a lot of agents, especially agents starting out, It's like, what am I going to do for something that I'm not 100% sure is going to sell? That's a bad confidence level thing, first off. They have to be confident that they can sell your house, first off, and then have a plan in place on how they're going to be spending the money at the end of the transaction to ultimately benefit you. So that's an important question to ask your agent is, how are you going to be spending the commission money to market my house? As opposed to, will you reduce your commission? That is the fastest way that you can get a realtor to get mad at you and stop caring. Because it's all about the relationship. It's all about the relationship. There has to be a relationship of trust. There has to be a relationship of, I recognize your value, you recognize mine. That is excellent. Let's do business together. But if you go into that meeting with the agent going, I want all of everything that you do, but I don't think you're worth it. That'll break a realtor's heart. Don't do that. If you really cannot afford the full service and the full relationship value that this realtor brings to the table, then don't call them into your house. Use a cut rate agent and get what you pay for. There. Again, mini rant. Sorry. But again, ask your agent how they're going to be spending your money. It's important. All right. So we'll move on after the interview. If you're feeling good about your agent, if you're comfortable with the terms, then move forward with that agent. You found a good agent. That's awesome. Someone that will stand by your side, somebody who will stick up for your best interest is so incredibly important. So invaluable. Invaluable? Is that a word? Invaluable? Does that mean like exponential? I'm talking to Jackie, sorry. She's my thesaurus. Priceless. Yes. Yes, priceless is priceless. Okay. So next question. Susan asks, how can neighbors screen for buyers that might be obnoxious people? Susan, you can't. You can't do that. It's called fair housing. And I know that's not the answer that you wanted to hear. Or maybe you were just setting it up so I could talk about fair housing, which thank you if that is the case. The whole thing is that if someone is moving into your neighborhood that can buy the house, they get to buy the house. Period. Doesn't have to do with their job history, doesn't have to do with the color of their skin, their familial status, their sex, their age, their creed, their color, their religion. If they can buy the house, they get to buy the house. Now, being an obnoxious person, to the best of my knowledge, is not a protected class, but it's unfortunate because I've had obnoxious neighbors before. Luckily, I have awesome neighbors, so it's all good. I think I am the obnoxious neighbor. I very well might be. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out. But the truth of the matter is that fair housing, that's no. You don't get to dictate who can and cannot live next to you at all. Period. If they can buy the house, they can buy the house. So, but here's what I do as a listing agent is that whenever a house goes on the market that's in a neighborhood, I let the neighbors know that the house next door is up for sale. And if they know of anybody who would love to be their neighbor, to refer them to me. And that's great for the seller because I'm getting the word out. And it's also good for the neighbors because they feel like they have some power. Then awesome, cool. But to close that question, no, you cannot weed out or screen buyers for potential neighborability. That's just, no, that's not right. It's not cool. All right. Final question for the day. Tristan asks, are they using video to market my home? That's a very good question, Tristan. And Tristan is a video marketing guy. He does the drones and the drone videos. So he's actually in the market right now to take on some more clientele. So I will put his contact information at the end of this. That is a very good question. And it goes in with what pictures, how your house is being represented online. And again, every agent's going to be different. So that is a very good question to ask is, what are they doing to put the marketing dollars to work? So I work with an excellent drone photographer, and he also does the 3D photography of my listings that I pay for out of pocket just because I expect to get that investment back at the end. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I like to offer that to my clients. That way it ups the sellability of the house. So he does the 3D photography of the inside of the house, so there's 24/7 open houses. And then he also does the drones. So it's very important to ask that question to your potential listing agent as well. So that's about it. And there's been one or two people popping in and off here, so I will take it. And thank you all for being here today or watching later. That's cool. But it's been fun, and thank you so much. Have a great Monday. I'll see you guys next week, and I will be bringing my drone guy on. His name is Sean. He's pretty cool. He tells me he's going to turn the drone on and fly it around the parking lot, so that ought to be cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys then.